today I want to show you two trends that I see on Etsy that can be replicated using AI tools such as Midjourney. And both of these trends are becoming very popular and there's still room to jump in. They're not that saturated yet, but in fact, the store that's selling one of these trends has been the #1 store in regards of sales on Etsy last month. So this just shows you how big of a trend that is. And the other one is a little bit more low key, I would say, but that has a huge potential because the margins are pretty high on these products and they're relatively easy to make. And again, there's not a lot of competition yet, but it seems like there's a demand for this type of images, okay? So let me put my glasses on. I'm gonna show you the trends and the data that supports my thesis, okay? So for the first time ever, I'm actually using a new product research tool called eRank. I'm actually gonna use both eRank and Everbee today, so you're gonna see me using both of these softwares. Usually I've been using just Everbee for the longest time, and I think it's a great product research tool, but some of you guys suggested that I should try eRank, and I did try it, and eRank has some cool features as well that I really like as well. So we're gonna have links for it, both of them down below in the video. But what the cool thing about eRank is that it shows you the current trends, okay? And it can show you the trends for the past 30 days. It shows you the keywords that has been trendy for the last 30 days. And they also break it down by category. So you have keywords, you have the most popular colors. So the most popular color in the last 30 days has been gold. And then we have styles, which is homemade, outdoor stuff, summer, floral. Flora is a big trend. We've been talking about flora for a while. Boho is a big one as well. So, and the materials, gold seems to be #1, glass, leather. So even if you're trying to like make patterns, for example, maybe create like gold patterns or glass patterns. When you create the, AI generated art, you can put like a gold seamless pattern or something and create these patterns and sell them yourself. eRank has cool features, so if you want to check out eRank, it's down below in the description. But the trends that I'm looking for, the trends I'm talking about, one of them is the Tumblr PNGs, okay? So tumblers are those like big bottles of water kinda, and people like to customize them, put their own design on it. And this has been the #1 trend on Etsy last month, okay? It's definitely a popular trend, especially now in the summer. So it seems like it's been increasing, and I'm sure in the upcoming months, this is still gonna be pretty popular trend. And to give you even more proof, I wanna show you this store right here, Tumblr Wrap Designs. It's been #1 selling Etsy store in the last month of May. And if we look at the data using Everbee, as you can see, I'm mixing the product research softwares here. I use eRank and Everbee. I feel like they both complement each other pretty well because there are some stuff that Everbee cannot do, and vice versa. eRank cannot do some stuff as well, such as they cannot give you a breakdown of sales like this. But anyway, take a look at this, okay? So this store has been very successful last month. Just this thing right here sold 598 times, 454, 167, 118, and they sell for $3. So and look at the listing age: 4 months, 4 months, 3 months, 6 months. So this is pretty old. 3 months, 1 month, 3 months. So everything is relatively pretty new. Most of the designs are pretty new, and they have a lot of them. They have like 5,000 designs. Pretty simple to make. This is very simple stuff to make. You just create a pattern and then put it on a mock-up of Tumblr, and that's it. And you list it on Etsy. So this is relatively easy to make. Something like this is relatively easy to make. So that's the #1 trend on Etsy right now, and there's still plenty of room to jump on this because you have a store like this, right? The Tumblr Wrap Designs, but you can just create the wraps designs that nobody else is doing. For example, another big trend on Etsy right now is floral, everything with flowers and things like that. And this store has some floral patterns like this, right? But you can create a new ones. So from my personal experience on Etsy, for example, I've noticed that a lot of floral patterns with lilac, which is like a purple flower, are having a lot of success. So we could technically create a pattern on Midjourney with the lilac and put it in the Tumblr. So here's an example. I went to Midjourney to create a seamless patterns of lilac. This is the samples I got, right? So they're okay. They're fine. honestly. But the most important part is that I want them to be seamless. And in order to get this seamless pattern, you want to put this comment at the end, which is style. And by the way, if you want to use the whole prompt, I'm going to have it down below in the description of this video so you can copy it. This is the prompt. I put lilac watercolor seamless pattern and then those 2 dashes and tile, because if you don't put the tile, the pattern is not going to be seamless. And what I mean by seamless is that the tiles connect. So actually you can check if the pattern is seamless by using this website called hichung.com. I'm gonna have a link for it too. Let's actually test it out. So I'm gonna download one of these, right? I'm gonna download number 1, for example, and I'm gonna paste it right here. So to check if the pattern is seamless, and as you can see, it is seamless because the tiles are connected. So that's how you can check if the pattern is seamless, if the tiles are connected. That way, when someone prints this out on their Tumblr or whatever else they're using, the pattern is not gonna break. So the Tumblr wraps, that's the trend number 1. But there's another trend I wanna show you, and that one is less popular, but it has a huge potential because I've seen stores selling these products, and there's not many stores like that, but they are getting pretty good results. So again, the trend I'm talking about is the embroidery. And sorry if I mispronounced this. I never heard that word before. This is the first time I'm saying it. I mean, the first time since I discovered it. But embroidery is this thing that you like kind of saw into, you know, a piece of clothing or something like that. That thing is relatively popular. It's 11th keyword in the ranking on Etsy in the US. The trend is pretty consistent overall if you compare it to other trends, for example, like Father's Day. As you can see, it's only popular in June. So this is a pretty consistent trend and it's pretty high up there. Obviously, you cannot create embroidery with AI, at least like not an image. That's what you would think, right? But here's the thing. When you go to Etsy and you type in embroidery seamless file, okay, that's the keyword you want to look for, you're going to see a couple of stores selling embroidery seamless files. So what they are basically doing, they're selling patterns that look like the embroidery, but it's not an embroidery. It just looks like it. And I tried to recreate this in Midjourney, and you can do that. You can recreate this type of patterns. So again, I'm using Everbee to kind of scan this out and take a look at these listings. 49 cents in the last month, and it generated $323. And the listing is only 2 months old. That's really good. And there's another one, okay? There's another one, and there's another one. And look at the prices. The pricing is really high for like the digital product. It's $7, $10, $10. Compare this to like Tumblrs that cost $1 or $3 or something like that. These listings are priced really high. And a cool thing is that it's not a bundle. It's just a one file. So let's click on this one, for example. I'm going to open this up. Okay. And take a look at this. It's one file. It's just one thing. And they use, obviously they use Tumblr as an example too. So how do you recreate something like this? This is a little bit more tricky because I guess, you know, you can kind of figure out the prompt yourself, but Midjourney has these cool things now that allows this job really easy. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to take a screenshot of this area, for example. Let's say this area right here. Okay. I'm going to save it on my computer and I'm going to go back to Discord and I'm going to use this command called describe. And what the describe does is basically analyze the image you upload to Midjourney and it can create prompts for you. So I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to upload this image and I'm going to let Midjourney analyze this image and create prompts that will be able to create something similar to it. Okay. And here's the thing. Don't copy this listing. Don't do that. Don't copy one-to-one. You want to create something similar. Okay. So as you can see, I got 4 different variations, 4 different prompts. We're going to test out all of them, but I'm going to modify them a little bit. Okay. I'm not going to use the floral patterns. Let's say instead I'm going to put birds because birds are also pretty popular on Etsy. That way I'm still making something similar, but it's going to be different because it's going to be a different thing. Instead of flowers, I'm going to get birds. So right now I'm replacing any words that suggest flowers or floral, and I'm changing into bird. So there was a word floral here, I replaced it with the bird. And let's try it one more just to see the variations, because maybe there might be a difference between different variations. I'm gonna click on number 2 to see the number 2 version. And again, I'm gonna replace floral with birds. Check if there are any mentions of the floral patterns and click submit and see what happens. Take a look at this. These are the results we got. Okay, so here are some of the images we got. They look great, but some of them don't give me the embroidery vibe. This one, on the other hand, this one does look more embroidery, especially number 4 and number 2. I think they are looking more closely to this than these ones. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this one a little bit. This one gives me the same vibe, but there's one more problem with these designs. Okay, so I didn't add the tile command at the end, which means they're not seamless pattern. Let's say I want to replicate this prompt. Okay, so I'm gonna type in imagine, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add at the end the word dash dash tile, so I'm actually gonna get the seamless pattern, and we're gonna test it out at the end if it's seamless. All right, now we got different results, and I think this is gonna work. So let's test out number 1, for example. Let's test out this one. I wanna see if it's actually seamless, and I'm gonna upload this to the website we used before, the P-Chang website. All right, let's download this. And as you can see, the pattern is seamless, so it worked. I don't know if the birds are the best, the best design. I feel like flowers were better. That's why the flowers are selling well, but you don't want to copy one-to-one. You want to get more creative. Obviously, you can kind of get inspired by the style and everything, but create something new, because you don't want to copy everything, because the copycats don't usually get the best results. That's at least the experience I'm seeing on Etsy. Usually when you try something new or newer or more updated than the previous version, you get better results. I recently uploaded a video to my YouTube membership that shows the workflow. So I show you how you can create images really, really fast using Midjourney and Photoshop, especially the new Photoshop with these all fancy tools. If you want to check it out, you can learn how to create the bundles of the 20 PNGs really, really fast. I also upload a bunch of stuff over there, such as monthly lists of AI prompts that you can use for selling on Etsy, list of dropshipping products that you can sell on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, because that's what I do as well. I dropship on these platforms. I know this is something that not a lot of people know about, but hey, that's also a way of making money. And that's how I've been making money for the last couple of years, 3 years specifically. And you can also get access to our Discord to hang out with me, join our weekly meetings and stuff like that. So if you're interested in checking this out, go to my YouTube membership. So I'm going to get access to all these extra tools and perks. But that'll be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next time, my friend, and take care.